Hello. Thank you for listening. This is the near death experience of Renee. Open quote. It was a beautiful fall day, November 2nd, 2003, the weekend of the celebration of Halloween. The weather at this time in North America was very unpredictable. This day was a beautiful fall day, warm enough for sightseeing and a nice, relaxing motorcycle ride with friends. Little did I know the universe had other plans of how this day would end. Suddenly, it all happened so fast. I could see myself outside of my body. My soul was above my body, floating around as if I had turned into a magical firefly, but I was lying in a ditch in some water, unconscious, bleeding from the head with a badly broken jaw. My heart had stopped beating. I could see it. My heart was lying outside of my chest and it was not beating. Strangely, just like watching a big screen movie, I could hear everything going on around me, but I was dead. How could this be? I could hear the police and the paramedics talking about needing to resuscitate me and how much blood I had lost. It was over 3 pints, and that's enough to stop the flow off to any heart. I heard the life flight land, and still I can feel the air blowing everything around as if it were happening to me now. I am watching my life unfold right in front of me like a bad dream, only it did not feel bad at all. I could see my surroundings, but did not feel any physical pain or emotional stress. My emotions are heightened, accelerated into pure light energy where there is no space or time. I felt more alive than I have ever felt in my life. There are no words to describe this ascended transformation. It is not humanly conceivable for man to remotely understand. If you can, imagine all of a sudden your soul being ripped wide open and everything inside starts to flow into this superior atmosphere of powerful light and energy, a supernatural dimension, maybe even a whole separate galaxy that coexists in the heavens, or perhaps is closer to us than we think. This powerful energy had control over the heavens and planets, and it was pulling me, morphing me into it. I became this all-knowing, all-powerful, amazing, incredible light of energy! Exclamation mark. I will never be the same. The light of all creation just manifested itself into me. You do not see and feel this powerful light energy here on Earth. People always ask me, what did you see? Did you meet anyone? Okay, I will do my best to explain. Almost instantaneous after the feeling of floating upward, the beautiful bright light transformed me and sucked me into its magical atmosphere. I merged with God. I instantly became all-knowing. I became a part of the Creator itself. I had no known memory of the feelings of separation from anything. This may be hard for most to understand, but I had been there before. You can never be separated from yourself. Death is an earth-created illusion and illness. Come back where? I never left. This is a dimensional world that has levels and planes, dimensional frequencies that can be moved higher, lower, brighter, slower, faster, designed into manifestation, thus leading us to other planes and different dimensions of existence. The strange thing now is not what will happen now, but more interestingly, wishing to know how it is happening and why. With no fear, I must add. Fear is another illusion. It has taken me all these years just to get a realization and awareness of what an observer is like. I developed a strange mind in that it is accelerating faster than I could possibly keep up with. It intuitively and clearly does not care of my understanding of the process of what is happening, or as to what has happened, and furthermore, what is to be. It just cares about the feelings behind the processes right now at this moment! Exclamation mark. That is all that matters, and that is all that is even a reality to this transformed mind. Do not try to analyze the possession. I am told it is not where your powers and talents are needed. My spirit guides, which I am dependent on in all totality, tell me that I have tapped into the mind of God, and this power knows all. It has the knowledge and power to control the material world and beyond. They tell me I must control my feelings and thoughts. I must stay connected always with the universal laws of energy that our Creator has uniquely designed for our success and happiness. Do not worry your pretty little head as to the process, for it is in God's hands. You are not in control now. Just stay close to this plan, and your life will blossom like a newly created flower that breathes life as if it were part of the master plan. I came back to Earth with a different mind operating system. The rules of this land, meaning created laws, no longer apply to me. This intuitive mind operates all on its own. Heavenly angelic powers are all around me. Fear is just another illusory created word. Universal causes cannot be lower than the universal effects. The source of the streams of universal life and the cosmic mind must be above the level of their manifestations. Since my out of body, I find myself effortlessly moving in and out of my body. I lose track of time, days, and months go by as if they never existed. It is as if someone other than myself is using me in some other dimension, somewhere other than here on planet Earth, but I am functioning as well as possible all the while this is happening. Age? Just one more added illusion. Illness that we have created to be a part of life as we know it here on planet Earth. This may come as a shock to you, but it is true nonelessness. We are immortal spiritual beings having a human experience. The separations we have created here have been nothing more than an ignorant mindset to create fear. There has to be an opposite something always. Life, death, good, bad, happy, sad. There is nothing separate in the infinite universe, and that would include the terrorist standing right next to you. We are all pieces of one created puzzle. It is true that love is the answer. The Earth's vibrational patterns are changing at a very accelerated pace. Our emotional patterns, DNA, and brain frequencies are changing. There is a divine magnetic pull infusing thought patterns and vibrational energies. These are truly exciting, magical times ahead. The one law that will never change is the law of free will. Ask, and it is given. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and the door is open. As my angel guides tell me very clearly, they will not come unless invited. It is always about free will. Another shocker. We are already free, but that is to each their choice. We are all on different levels of understanding of allowable choices and spiritual awareness of self. It is the awareness of spirit that will lead us to the knowledge and understanding needed to transform and transcend into places unimaginable and incomprehensible to man. Please let me assure you, this is only a small part of what is in store for the transcendent soul that follows that knowing of the creator of life. I am, all caps, of all things created, end quote. Amazing and deep, and I'm going to have to listen to that one myself again several times. It's interesting. She talks about things that humans can't understand, yet we're reading this and trying to understand it and trying to put it all together. There are some questions here at the end. Let's see. Talking about the associated life-threatening event that she was in. Quote, my answer, my heart stopped beating while unconscious and in a coma. They had to restart my heart, administer blood, and stick the breathing tube down my throat. I had lost over 3 pints of blood from a head wound. My heart stopped beating while unconscious and in a coma. They had to restart my heart. That was it with that. Question, did you feel separated from your body? Answer, yes. I could hear and see everything. I see the paramedics cutting my shirt and sticking the tube down my throat. I heard the life flight landing and the people running all around me, lifting me onto the table not to move my neck and head. I also see my blood flowing out of my head and choking me. I clearly left my body and existed outside it. Question, your highest level of consciousness or alertness during the experience? Answer, my mouth was wired shut and I could not eat or talk. I was still out of my body. I did not want to go back into it, but some way knew I was going to eventually have to. I was walking around the hospital touching people and healing them and helping them not be afraid to cross if it was their time to go. And what was your highest level of consciousness or alertness? Answer, I was in a coma, then was induced into a coma for fear of brain swelling. Not sure how long that was. The question, did time seem to speed up or slow down? Answer, everything seemed to be happening at once. There was no time, no speed, no slow, no time, only being. Comparing your vision during the experience? Answer, I am hypersensitive empath and have heightened psychic abilities. I have always had this, but now study ways to draw it out. I am a born healer. You're here comparing the hearing? Answer, it took me about a year or so before I could get a grip on who I was before. I am not the same. I believe my physical hearing was close to the same, but again, with my broken jaw and head trauma, I had a lot of healing to do. Question, did you pass through a tunnel? Answer, everything was more of waves of energy, colors, and vibrations. Did you encounter any deceased or alive beings? Answer, no, I was not separate from anything there, including others on Earth or died. Not sure about that. It looks like probably not. Question, did you see an unearthly light? Answer, yes, the colors were attached to vibrations and they were unearthly and intensely vibrant. They moved with the vibrations of energy. There is no word of color here for this experience, what we perceive as color. Question, what emotions did you feel during the experience? Answer, I was not there. I was floating up into the light. Just try to imagine feeling no separation from anything you ever knew or loved. Question, did you suddenly seem to understand everything? Answer, everything about the universe, yes. I cannot explain this in words to make any human remotely understand the impact on human nature that unfolds when taken to other higher dimensions of existence. Each one is unique to its own. Question: did scenes from the future come back to you? Answer: scenes uncertain, but I do remember healing people in the hospital out of my body, also helping them cross over. Question: did you come to a border or point of no return? Answer: my guardian angel led me back into my body. I may have put up a fight at this time. I remember how uncomfortable I started feeling when physically trying to reconnect to human form. They had to strap me down in bed. I was trying to scream with a wired shut mouth on the seventh day in ICU. I think I was out of my body for 7 days until then. I was behind the doctors when they were operating on my jaw. I heard opera music too. Question: what was your religion prior to your experience? Answer: undenominational, born-again Christian, Church of God of Prophecy. This was the religion my parents brought me up in from a babe. Question: have your religious practices changed since your experience? Answer: yes. I do not go to the church, but am closer to God and more spiritual than ever. I go to actual healing groups in people's homes. We heal each other and the world together. Question: what is your religion now? Answer: I believe in all walks of faith and belief systems of a higher vibrational, loving light power. There is indeed only one, all caps, I am. And this is the power and splendid energy that rules all creation. Question: did your experience include features consistent with your earthly beliefs? Answer: I am not judgmental of people and what they see as truth. We all see things in different mindsets and frequency levels that are needed at the time and place in our life. We are unique to the world. Question: did you have a change in values? Answer: no, I am a healer and an angelic light worker. My only goal is to please God and save others from harming themselves or others. Question: did you encounter a mystical being or presence or unidentifiable voice? Answer: I intensely felt the presence of God and his army of light. It was as if I was the arm of the puzzle of all created things. Question: did you encounter or become aware of any beings who previously lived on Earth described in any of the religions? Answer: the flow, I felt uncertain. I felt many distinct energies that flow into this one source of light, and that is the energy that was pulling me into it, along with the other distinct, colorfully beautiful light energies, angels and parens, like a melting pot of indescribable magnificence. During your experience, did you gain information about universal connection or oneness? Answer: yes. Magically created, we are all one with a chosen will. We will make a choice to connect to our other parts as they fit together universally. Love, transforming the universal knowledge bank into the all of everything created, merging by choice with our Creator. Did you believe in the existence of God prior to your experience? Yes, God definitely exists. During your experience, did you gain information about the existence of God? Answer, yes. Yes, the Almighty is real and controls the heavens, planets, galaxies. It is the infinity of everything, the beginning and end in earthly worlds. Do you believe in an afterlife after your experience? And answer, an afterlife definitely exists. Yes, I realize that we are all energy created from this one energy source that will always exist in the vibrational patterns of our desired will. Question: what life changes occurred in your life after the experience? Answer: large changes in my life. I was always a caring person, but now all those feelings are heightened tenfold. I have found a source within that will draw me into my authentic natal self that is surprisingly much like Jesus, Buddha, and other amazing superheroes in history. Question: have your relationships changed specifically because of your experience? Answer: yes. It is hard for others to deal with this change. Husband, children, friends. I spend a lot of time alone. Question: was the experience difficult to express in words? Answer: yes. The earthly human words and feelings mean nothing in comparison to tuning into the all of everything. There are no feelings or words to even honor this question. All I can say is look into my face and see if something resonates with the other parts of God's puzzle. You and I fit into the I am of everything created. Question: it looks like there might actually be some additional information here. Open quote: it was a motorbike accident, flew off the back and hit something. A reflector cut my head, broke my jaw. Then I hit the ditch very hard and was lying in water. I lost 3 pints of blood with a cut above my left ear by my hairline. My friend was there trying to tell me to stay with her and everything would be okay. I stayed for a bit, but my soul passed. The life flight, when it was flung down on me, I died and they came in and resuscitated me, and that is the only reason I am back here on this planet. I heard and saw almost everything. I see the flashing cop lights and hear the radios and people talking, telling me to stay, but I felt wonderful out of my body. I want to go back. I try to meditate and leave my body all the time. It feels safe and calm. I would never describe this, and have you understand. It is not in our vocabulary. The feeling is something we do not feel here. You would say it is not real, yet it is more real than you will ever know here on this planet in this time and space. It is so close and simple, yet so far away. So close, but untouchable. I spend all my time and concentration on feeling just a touch of that incredibleness, but cannot seem to reach the same feeling I remember. Sometimes in my sleep or meditation, I will start to feel some separation from my body, and I love that. I do not fear. I have spirit guides and the universal divine to protect me. I was there and know I will go back again someday. I am not afraid. I would walk around the hospital outside my body, watching and talking to the very sick people. I think I may have healed a few of them. Because of my memory problems and having my mouth wired shut, I could not talk. I could not ask questions about what was happening to me, and people knew I could not talk to them. So I separated myself from my body so I would not follow people and talk to the sick people. I would scream at night in ICU, and they had to strap me down because I did not think there was anything wrong with me and needed to go home to go to work. They would not let me up, so I left my body. I think that's probably all pretty amazing. Another great story. Thank you for listening.